Welcome back to our post-game call-in show. So this is how this is going to work. I got a few stats that I'm going to read off to you, and the link is there in the chat as well. We're gonna get to 10, and you will still have the 5 minute to say what you got to say, and we can have back and forth and whatnot. But this is your opportunity to express how you feel about the win, and what are your thoughts about O line and a whole bunch of different other stuff to it? So it is that time to check in and see what you got. So what I'm gonna do is go through my little notes, and you guys can start filing in the waiting room or whatever if you want to be on. And again, if you don't want to show yourself, you can pick your avatar and it'll still be just like the phone conversation. I just don't have the capability to do the phone conversation here. I was going to download it, but I said forget it. We'll just do it this way and go from there. So let me run through my stats real quick, and then if we get somebody in, we'll let them talk, and even if we don't, it's fine. It'll be the post game wrap up. But we got somebody in already, so let me go and get started on these stats. All right, here we go. So we'll start. Let me make that bigger. There we go. We'll start with the actual team stats. First downs, we did come back and take over that 16 to 15. Third down was terrible. 2 of 11 on third down. That's You can't win when it matters like that. Uh, Total yards, they had more than us, 282 to 241. We had one more offensive play than them, and you can see their average yards per game was better than us. We didn't rush for 100 yards. We rushed for 98. We only passed for 143. They passed for 204. Penalties, 5 for 30, which is that's okay. Beginning of that fourth quarter, I think it was two for 10 or something like, or 3 for 15, something like that. So not we're doing a good job of keeping the penalties down. Turnovers, they had two. The Marlin one hand rip out, and then the TJ Tampa interception late. Jordan Stout with a 61.6 average punt. 61.6 average punt. He was booming punts today and had a coffin corner as well. So good job for Jordan Stout out there. Time possession, we won time possession 31 minutes to 28 minutes. So that is kind of, where we are team wise. Again, let's see. Next one. Individual stats. Individual stats. So you got Derrick Henry 21 for 64, Lamar 7 for 11, Zay 2 for 11, Keaton Mitchell 2 for 10, and Mark Andrews 2 for 1. Lamar passing 13 for 23, 153 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, a 76.9 passer rating. And then receiving for us, Zay 5 for 58, Tez 1 for 30, a big 1 for 32 as well. That man needs more reps. Derrick Henry 2 for 24, D Hop 2 for 13, likely 1 for 10, Mark Andrews 1 for 9, Keaton Mitchell 1 for 9. And Tylen Wallace had a target. Keep rolling. Defensively, Roquan 11 tackles, Kyle Hamilton with 10, Mike Green with a sack, Draymond Jones with a sack and a half. I thought there should have been 2. Who had the other half sack then if he didn't? Oh, Tavian Bryant. So not Mike. Draymond Jones basically leads the team already. Basically leads the team in sacks, and he just got here. Because keep in mind, the other 2 leaders were Matter BK and Tavius, and both of them not playing. So, all right, 2 more slides. AFC North. This is the AFC North picture right here. 6-5. We're in first place at the moment. Pittsburgh 6-5 as well, but whatever the thing is, we're above them. We hadn't played them yet either. Cincinnati's 3-7, and Cleveland is 2-8, and Cleveland is playing right now versus the Raiders. And I think at the time I took this snapshot, Cincinnati's game may not have been over either. They may not have been over either. What up, Edwin? And then lastly, conference standings. We were 10th last week in conference standings. So as of 4-ish Eastern Standard Time, we are 4th because we lead the North. We went from 10 to 4 right now because we lead the AFC North. We went from out to 4th. Out to hosting a playoff game. That's what we did just today. Out to hosting a playoff game at the time. Let's see. All right. And now let me take this down. Add this to the stage. I don't need you to start yet. Let's see who's our first one in. P Brown's our first guy. So we're gonna jump into our calls and let's get it. What up, P? What's good with you?
What's going on, Coach, man?
Chilling. I don't know how I feel about it. Tell me what you think.
Coach, I'm sitting here. Let me tell you, I'm gonna be truthful with you. I wasn't even gonna call in because I ain't really had nothing good to say outside the fact that we won division leaders officially right now in the playoffs. But if the playoffs start today, we gonna be one and done.
Yeah, based on what I saw.
I mean, offense taking too long to get together.
Mm-hmm.
They can't start slow in the playoffs. I don't care who they play.
Right.
It don't matter who it is. You can't start slow in the playoffs. John Harbaugh need to be choked until his eyes popped out his head so he can really look at his offensive line play
Mm-hmm.
and stop bull crapping us talking about they got the best five out there. Like, bruh, stop lying, man. Like, don't. I'd rather you just say these the five guys I want out there. Fuck y'all. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Than to keep
Yeah.
sitting up
At least
here.
being honest then.
Right. Instead of keep saying, oh, we putting the best five out there. No, you're not, John. You're not, man. Come on, bro. Stop getting on camera and saying that bull crap with a straight face. Because you lying.
Exactly.
You're lying, bro. And you know you lying. I mean, if you don't know you lying, Todd know you lying from the way he playing, he calling plays. You in
Mm-hmm.
the red zone, you not running the ball? Come on,
Don't
man.
trust the line.
He know the O line trash. You
Yep.
see, did you pay attention every time Henry went back to the sideline? Look at his face. He looking like,
Disgusted.
man, these niggas is trash. Excuse me, coach. I'm sorry. Like these dudes is trash. Lamar. That's why Lamar playing the way he playing. He don't trust him. He already hurt up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he playing. Nope, nope, can't do that. Nope, nope. That's why he indecisive. He making mistakes. He don't. If you're a quarterback and you don't trust your O line, that's how you gonna look.
Yep. Because you're looking at the
You're looking at
rushing
the rush. You
instead
can
of what you need to be down the field.
exactly, man. It's pitiful that this team can potentially come back from what could have been one of the most horrific seasons in history with a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, with a team like we had on papers, get to the playoffs and end up actually being one and done. That'll be pitiful, coach.
Yep.
That'll be beyond pitiful. That'll be like when they if they lose that first playoff game, we not walking John out. John, your shit is in the back alley, bro.
Back there with kicker.
Yeah, your stuff is in the alley, bro. We ain't doing no press conference. Wishing you good luck. Wishing you nothing. You gone. Your stuff is in the back. Matter of fact, it's at your house. And if
Like
EDC had any sense, he'd get him evicted out of his neighborhood.
call the HOA on it.
Call the HOA on. Tell him he growing weed back there or something. I don't know, but it's pitiful, coach, man. That's all I gotta say, man. It's beyond trifling that these guys gotta play as bad as much as hard as they have to play
Mm-hmm.
in order to. There's no way in the world we should have just beat them dudes. What 23-10?
Bruh,
This should have been like you put up 40 against bigger teams in the beginning of the season. And now
mm-hmm.
we at a point where you keeping dudes under 15, 16 points, and now we can barely put up 30
If we can get to that.
if we can
I
get to
think
that.
it goes back to the O line. It's tape out there on them now. What they good at, what they not good at, and folks attacking it.
I mean, it's not hard to see. We ain't professionals. We. Well, I can say I ain't a professional. And coach, just from watching your tape, I'm watching the game in a different way. Where I'm seeing it, I'm like, what in
Mm-hmm.
the world is going? Like, what is this dude doing? And I don't care what nobody say. The little bit of good plays he got do not outweigh the bad plays he got.
True.
With
True.
70 or 77, the
True.
little bit of good plays they have do not. No, they still need to go sit down. But
At
I'm
least
out,
at
coach.
least see what we got. At least see what we got.
I mean, what you going to lose? What are you
Nothing.
really going to lose, coach? If you put them guys in for at least a whole series,
Mm-hmm.
what get a touchdown and actually see that it worked?
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, coach. I'm gonna finish listening out, man. Um, just by the way, I'm back home visiting for the holidays. So,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
all
Be
right,
safe out
man.
there, big dog. And
I definitely will,
I
brother.
came your way.
Oh,
Not your
get
way, but
out!
your way.
Are you serious? That's
Yes.
crazy. All right, coach.
Appreciate
Be
you, man.
easy, man.
You too. All right, next. We got Rave next. We got Rave. Where you go? Oh, there you go. We got Rave next. All right, go. All right, what's good? What's good? What's good?
How you doing?
Oh,
Uh,
Gucci.
shout out to the
I'm just here, stone faced.
shout out to the Raven flock. Shout out to you, Coach. To make a sweet, small, short, man. I'm always gonna care about you, man. Your content's always been amazing, man. I'm always gonna rock with you.
Paul,
Uh,
hold on, Rave King. I gotta do that for my boy. Going deep real quick. I know you watching.
Come on now.
I know you watching. I know you watching. Oh, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good. No, you good. I was just giving my shout out to you, Coach, because I know that during these times that my growth is going up and the heat is coming at me. You feel me? So I always want you to know that I always
Oh,
care
that's
about you. You know
anytime
what
you
I'm saying?
go up, that's what's gonna happen. The higher you go, the more heat gonna come. You just gotta overlook that crap and keep pushing.
Yeah, it's straight. And I just wanted to bring it up because what I'm saying, I still love y'all guys. I still love the flock. You feel me? So I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do. But this game just proved it has nothing to do with Ben Cleveland.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I agree
I,
with you.
you, I've had this entire argument that maybe Ben Cleveland isn't that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had Emory Jones today, active, ready to go, with pads on, and he still didn't put him in. This was the perfect game to say, well, let's at least throw him out there for maybe the last 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and they still didn't put that man in there again.
Mm-hmm.
Made
I
him
agree.
do made him do second round reps behind Andrew Voorhees. They even put him behind Falele, behind Voorhees. So now, did they do my boy Ben Cleveland dirty? They did. Whatever. We'll see how that goes. Because a lot of people, because what people don't understand is my career was almost over when Ben Cleveland was almost out the door. Because people forgot this whole my entire existence of this social media thing I've been doing was only just to support Ben Cleveland and
Mm-hmm.
just Falala got mixed in the mug. Uh,
Collateral damage.
that's why when people be talking to me, I'm like, look, it's not what you think. I actually try to support Ben. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not supporting Ben, but Coach, there was some people that was like saying like, hey man, you're beating the dead horse about this team. We are who we are. But I'm like, even if who we are, we are. We should not be struggling against the 2-8 Jets.
Agreed.
No, that is
Agreed.
unacceptable. We didn't score. We scored 3 points until halftime, third quarter. Three
Yeah.
points to the Jets. They lost Sauce Gardner and lost Quinn Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So and
Yeah.
bench Justin Fields and got Aiden Mitchell that was destroying us. Let
Yep.
me tell you something, Coach. Kyle Hamilton and these guys, Draymond Jones, they're just talented. I don't think it's Zach Orr. I think they're just talented
Mm-hmm.
because I know when I saw Kyle Hamilton last game, when he did that blitz and he ran up the middle and did that spin move that was so acrobatic and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a Zach thing. That's a Kyle Hamilton thing. It had to be. So that's why it's like, man, everybody wanted me to give Zach credit, but I'm just like, man, bro, I don't like this scheme, but thank God that we have powerful players, you know. Thank God for Travis Jones. Thank God for nasty Nate Wiggins that was all over it today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so is that a Zach thing to me, or is that really just us having some really talented players? And man, TJ Tampa, I'm serious. He got to get a little sneaky more reps. He has an eye for the ball. He does. His coverage skills. It just gets better the more reps he get. Um, Tez Walker, my
God,
lord,
yeah.
dude, Tez.
Gotta find him some reps.
There was already some people that's trying to say Rashad who. Now it's about to really be Rashad who. There was about to really be Rashad who.
Tez need them reps, man. He did
Yeah,
Brandon Stevens dirty on that catch.
for
And honestly,
sure.
if he get a better ball, that's probably a touchdown. The ball just
Yeah.
had to be behind him.
Yeah, but the time is up. I appreciate it. I'm always rock with the flock. I'm always rock with Coach Evans, fella, everybody. So I'm not just a yeller. I love y'all. I'm not a speak football. Appreciate
Appreciate you, Rave.
you.
All right, that's Rave. Let's see who we got next. We got Cam up next. What's good, Cam? What's good with you?
What's up, Coach?
Good, chilling.
Man, this game was so unnecessarily stressful until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter was fun, man, but the third quarter too. But it's just the second half was fun. The first quarter, man. And, I mean, as I said,
I expected us to struggle, but not like that. I expect us to struggle like the first 2 or 3 drives to figure out what they're gonna do since they done lost Sauce and Quinn and how they was gonna approach it. And then we figured it out and we just never turned it on.
Yeah, man. It's honestly, man, like as I said in the Discord, man, like if what Jeffrey Big said is true and like they legit think this is the best 5, then I'm completely out on Corey Bullock. And this just makes re-signing Ben Cleveland just completely inexcusable.
Yep.
He's just a complete waste of cap and roster spot. And this goes to what Jose and especially Hendo say of we're just wasting like a little vet minimum deals here and there, but those deals add up, and those people take roster spots. So that way we're constantly in cap hell. You know, so it's like
we'll never get no break.
Just completely. Why bring back Ben Cleveland if he's that bad? Because if these dudes are that bad, then they are not NFL caliber players. It's just plain and simple.
If that's the case, you could have not signed him and just kept Dillinger from LSU.
True. In fact, like Dillinger showed like flashes in the preseason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that just makes zero sense. And some people are trying to say we shouldn't pay. We may not be able to pay Tyler Linderbaum, and we should make Corey Bullock the starting center next year. But dude, if Corey Bullock can't beat out 72 or 77 for a guard spot, what makes you think he'll be an actual good starting center? Like people don't think, man. Like it's just ridiculous, man.
So I'll say all that to say this. Either it's one of two things, Cam, and I think this is where you're going. Either the backup linemen are completely and utterly trash truck juice, or that is not the top 5 guys out there.
And if that is top 5, then I am out on Bullock, man. I like him in the preseason, man. But if it's true, like, he is not good enough to beat out 72 or 77, I'm completely out on him. You know, he doesn't need to be on the roster because he's not an NFL caliber player. Ben Cleveland is not an NFL caliber player, man. But it's just ridiculous, man. And also some of it is on Todd because it's mostly on online, man. Because in the second half, it's crazy how bad Lamar looked in the first half, but in the second half, as soon as he got some time, he looked great. Yeah, he looked great. Like we were up and down the field. We were even scoring in your red zone. When the online man actually created a push, and when Pat Ricard actually created a hole, we actually scored. Like it's crazy. Who would have
Mhm.
thought? When the O
Yeah.
linemen actually do their job, we move the ball down the field and we score touchdowns. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
But it is also taught a little bit because in the second half we had some hot rod options. We had some check down options, and I didn't really see that in the first half. So
Mhm.
Todd just
And we
needs to
got we got
just
Derek involved in the passing game, which
yeah.
is
So
that
like
breaks
we just need
breaks the
to
tendency.
yeah. I don't know why we just don't stick to it because I know you don't want to create tendencies, but at this point with this O line, we have to because it's the only thing that works. Like
Mhm.
I get they don't want to because they don't want to be too predictable, just doing short stuff, just doing hard routes. But
Mhm.
this online just legit cannot do anything else. So we just have to at this point we have to stick to what works. And then
Yep.
also before my time runs out on the last play before the first halftime, why is Tylen Wallace the target there? Like, I mean, serious, and you see it in the second half too. Ted, it just makes no sense. That is on coaching. That is 100% on coaching. Why have Tylen Wallace be the default guy on that play? It's just bad coaching, man.
You threw a
Then on
50-50 ball to a dude that's 5'10" max.
who's slow?
Right.
Yeah, and then also defense side, great game by defense, man. But I am worried about we're relying too much on Kyle, man.
Mhm.
Because Rowe disappointed me again, man.
Another quiet 10 tackles.
He reverted back to Ozempic this game. Because yeah, and then Taven, I still don't get with Taven. He had a nice pressure on the second and last drive, but other than that, he got zero push and had zero moves. So I just don't. But again, he's a Teflon John guy, so
Mhm.
he's just gonna be out there. But man, we needed a. I don't know what we can do, man, because this field is so open. Like we can legit this playoff team is this playoffs look so open, but I just don't think we have the own line. Hopefully, we can just because and honestly, like I do agree with you. 72 needs to be replaced since hopefully Emery is going to play 72 because 72 is worse. Hopefully, we can just hide 77 and then go from there.
Let me cut you off right there, Cam.
Yes,
That's your
sir.
time right there. And get these
Yeah.
guys
Thank
behind you. I
you.
appreciate you, Cam, and
Thank
we'll
you.
be up in the Discord.
Yes, sir.
All right. That was Killer Cam, y'all. For those that did not know. Let me see how I do this. Got my man Marcus. What's good? What's good? You got me,
We're good.
Marcus? Oh, there
What's
you go.
good,
Hey,
coach?
chilling, man.
And
Chilling. Trying to process this. What I saw.
I mean, a win, a win. We happy that we first place. You know, we were just 1-5. Now we 65 in first place. So you gotta take any victory, as a
Mhm.
positive. But
And fourth place in the entire AFC at the moment.
right, right. And look like if we play right now, we play the Chargers, and I got real high hopes versus the Chargers. Then what?
Hmm.
I mean, also I don't think they have a player like Brees Hall. I know one the last call we
Marion
talked about,
hurt.
huh?
Their running back, they good running back, Marion Hampton, he hurt.
Yeah, yeah. No, we'll talk about this game.
Okay.
Roquan looked bad because it's Brees Hall. Also looked bad too was Gilman. Gilman missed like 5 tackles. I
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's an
Hey,
issue that
the Chargers people say he missed tackles though. When I went and started looking at some stuff, when he came,
yeah.
that was their biggest gripe, him missing tackles.
But he a smaller safety, so he always gonna go for the leg. So he gonna
Hmm.
miss tackles like that. Um, it just seemed like let me go with the offense. Just seemed like we're not going to change the offensive line. I don't know why people is figuring it out. Just be ready to pay Tyler Linderbaum $20 million and draft 2 guards next year. Just get ready because we're not
Hmm.
paying, Daniel Falele about $15 million. We're not paying that. And Andrew Voorhees looked like he the odd man out. They're gonna put Emory Jones and get another guard, and we just gonna rock and roll with that.
Yep.
And so that's why our offense can't get on the road because we can't get no push. We can't get no play action pass. Lamar's still hurt. Lamar's not running. He is hurt badly. So we just need to just roll on with, just pull out any wins as necessary because for the longest, Ravens, as a Ravens team, anytime Lamar played bad,
We lose, but the last 2 games Lamar played bad and we won. So I feel like that's also a
That's a little
positive.
that's some resiliency about this team. That's one thing I do like about this team. They,
Right.
as bad as they look, they fight and claw and they try to find a way.
Right. And also we playing just everybody know we playing Joe Flacco next week, not Joe Burrow. They 3-8. He not coming back. Just wrap it up.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking Burrow was doing the same thing Lamar did. Remember, we had that Sunday game that Thursday, so Lamar
Yeah,
decided not
but
to play.
I feel like also if we lost that game to Chicago, Lamar wasn't playing.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. Look, we lost that game in Chicago, Lamar wasn't playing. So we lost Patriots. So the Bengals lost this game to Patriots. I don't think Joe Burrow playing. I think it's too far out of it, and also the teams that are supposed to lose, like us and Cincinnati, not Cincinnati, Kansas City. Kansas City won. So you know, it's kind of hard to try to move into that wild card spot when the Ravens was winning. Kansas City winning, Houston won. So right now, I believe, like I said, I thought already that Pittsburgh, when we play Pittsburgh, we both gonna have the same record. I think Pittsburgh gonna be Buffalo next week
Next
because
week.
Pittsburgh. Yep, I think Pittsburgh gonna be Buffalo next week. Aaron Rodgers gonna come back. They're gonna win. We just gotta, face Cincinnati. We just need to know what to do. They're gonna play tough. It's
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving. I don't think Lamar
They
gonna lose.
had Chase back too.
They will have Chase back, but I think they're gonna have Joe Flacco at quarterback. And yeah.
Okay.
So I think next week I feel like it's gonna be our offense explosion. I think this week, I think we came in with the mentality with it's the Jets. So just
Mm-hmm.
let's play. And sometimes you can't do that with a team like that. They're
Yeah.
gonna play hard. They're gonna, those guys playing for football lives next year.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them not gonna be on the Jets next year. So they're gonna play hard. We
Especially
can't.
them receivers.
Right. We're gonna, we slept walk this game. Also, I believe everybody keeps saying about Devontae Walker. Yeah, Devontae's, he need to get a shot, but it looked like we need a shot. That's what it looked like. Last 2 games, it looked like we need a shot. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
looked like. We don't have a man beater receiver, and Rashard is our best one. So we need to come back. I think once Rashard
But
come back,
I don't think he been doing it well this year either. 'Cause remember, he had that big separation number. I don't think he been doing
yeah,
it that well this
I think it's just the whole offense. The whole offense just off. And I think everybody came in the mentality that we're gonna just win, we're gonna do us, and people didn't put in the work. And now that we realize that Lamar hurt and we got to put in the work, I think everybody gonna start putting in the work. Lamar, like I said, Lamar was off. He could have off games because clearly that shot to DeAndre Hawkins was clearly off. That was
Mm-hmm.
you could tell that the whole that was just the cherry on top of the sundae right there with him being off. But good for a win. I know my time is up. It was a good win. On to facing Cincinnati for Thanksgiving. I got us beating Cincinnati probably about 10 to 7 points, close game.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't change this offensive line, it's going to still be the same thing.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
all right,
Appreciate you,
coach.
Marcus. We'll catch up with you later on down the road.
All right.
All right. Let's see. We got 2 more. I got 2 more, so no need to click it to call in. I got these last two. Edwin, you got me?
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
What's good? Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Hey, what's going on, Coach? Man, it's
What
so
you
tough
think
when
about this whatever this was?
it's tough, man. I'm trying to stay within of the parameters of what I want to say, that I'm hearing what people are saying, and it's changing my mentality. But I'm gonna try to stick strictly on the offensive line situation,
Okay.
because there's some things that it's the hot topic. The O-line is what it is, but let's go back to last year preseason.
Okay.
Joe Dialaceris, he passed away right before the season. I think that a lot of the issue is where we were at mentally moving into the draft of the offseason of last year is where are we going to focus our draft. And I think because Joe Dialaceris is so good at developing offensive linemen, I think Eric was looking like we don't got to go high on offensive line, especially when you think about Ronnie Stanley his contract right after his big contract, he was dealing with injury, and there's like, oh man, it put us in kind of like a cap situation. And I know like Tyler Linderbaum is the next lineman that's going to get paid, so we're looking at like we can't really like build up as much as we want to. So he was banking on Joe D'Alessandro keeping the offensive line as good as he could with what we had. And I think that it was based on Falele being able to develop under him. When he died, our offensive line kind of looked a little quiet, but we kind of like went off of like the
ain't been much development since he passed.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I think that we were getting away with getting offensive line in mid rounds because he was so good at developing them. And Warhop just is not the guy. And you just got to look at coaching, because we could flip over to the San Francisco 49ers with Kyle Shanahan and that coaching staff over there. This team has been the most injured team over the last 5 years I've ever seen, but always stay competitive. And the reason why is because the coaching staff don't sugarcoat. They don't look around things. They look at it like, this is what we got on our roster. Let's put the roster in a position where they could play their best football. It doesn't seem like our coaching staff does that. And if they were to do that, by now we have a quick passing game, like quick crossing routes. If you look, I was just watching a lot of what the Colts are doing with their run game and play action. They look for the deep ball here and there, but most of their routes are 10, 15-yard routes that are crossing each other, and you're keeping the defense moving laterally and using your speed to get open, and you don't need as much skill in the position when your schemes are so good. It keeps the defense always flowing, and we have a lot of speed on our team, and we're not utilizing that, especially with Keaton Mitchell. Yes, he's a running back, but he can catch. Why aren't we sending him on some quick slant routes or crossing routes? Just start trying new things and using the talent. The Chiefs do that a lot with their speedy guys on try to get plays going. When you keep things moving laterally, your offensive line don't have to work as hard to get pushed. And we can't run no power with this offensive line. So that's why Derrick Henry's not running. And then we had 6 games without Ricard. That made it worse. And I think that the Ravens were drinking their own Kool-Aid this year, thinking they were just like, oh man, we're going to be this, we're going to be that. 5 defensive players, first round picks, that amounted to nothing. Because when you go on the field and you can't perform like you're expected, now you're dumbfounded. This team is still, we think that they've gotten better, but what happens is they're mentally getting stronger because they're fighting and clawing. But in the back of their mind, there's still doubt, and they play like that from time and time again. And Lamar Jackson, he looks like the only one that's really locked in. But what can he do when he can't step into his throws? What can he do when he can't progress to his third read because the freaking pocket is collapsing on him and he has to escape and he's got a hamstring? And we can talk about hamstring injuries. They don't go away.
They linger.
He's going to have this hamstrings for the whole year. So I think Lamar's not hurt, but he's playing cautiously. He's not going to overexert himself because he knows the minute he stretches out to go to that third, fourth gear, he might pop that hamstring again or injure that hamstring again. And here we go.
Then it'll be done.
So I think he's just running when he absolutely has to. And when he does, you never see him running at full speed. Not because he's hurt, but because he understands that I might possibly get hurt if I overextend myself. And that causes all the problems there, because now defenses are starting to key in. Why we can't get 40 is because they're starting to realize that we're playing different. They're playing us different, and we don't have the answers because we're not adjusting to what we got going on the field.
I haven't noticed a spy since that Detroit and I think Detroit and somebody else did it, but I hadn't noticed teams like obvious spy all the time anymore, because they feel like they throw a linebacker to run him down right now.
You don't need that extra guy there no more. Now you don't have to play that 11 on 11. You can start playing a little bit more free on defense, and our O-line is so bad that we can't make up the difference. And I think it's just our problem right now is coaching staff. Warhop need to go. I don't know about no Harbaugh situation, but things got changed. The coaching staff got to adjust and get something going with this roster that we got here. And I think that the 3 safety defensive switch was brilliant, and I am going to give Zach Orr credit for that. I don't know why somebody said no Zach Orr. He literally flipped this personnel when we got Gilman, and now he's got Kyle Hamilton playing like 4 different positions on the defense, and that changed our defense completely, because now Malachi Starks can play either down or up, and then Gilman is the one that's communicating on the defensive back end. That changed our defense. So Zach Orr is credited for that. He just didn't have the right personnel because we lost our Darius Washington. I think Gilman's filling that role, and our Darius coming back is going to make our defense way better. So yeah, we got to give Zach Orr credit. He's young, but it's about personnel, and I think personnel in the end, our defense got better personnel. We're a little weak up front on the defensive line, but there's a lot of good things that we see. I'm just worried that Kyle Hamilton is like getting running back. He's getting like that running back wear and tear. Like he's too much all over the place, and he's taking a lot of contact, and it's going to wear him down faster. But
Agreed.
that's what I got. That's what I got. Appreciate the time.
Appreciate you coming through, Edwin. Great call as always. See you on down the road.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got one more. Great call from Edwin. Last but not least, what up, dog team? What's good with you?
What's good, Q? How you doing? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, you good, loud and clear.
Oh, good. The last caller made a lot of great points. I agree with him in a certain sense, but I don't agree with him. One thing I will say, coming into the season, defense struggled in the beginning of the season. I think you saw Zach Lord had that clean cut because he thought he was getting a head coaching job at the end of the season, and so he tried to show that he was ready to see. Once he grew that beard,
clean himself up.
Like, as soon as he the defense started playing better. And to the last caller's point, I'm gonna see a video. I don't know if you follow Thinking Football, but he kind of broke down with what you guys are doing with that three safety system.
Oh yeah, I did. I saw it.
Okay, I got you. I only have to send it to you. But you do see the difference between Gilman and Ardarius Washington, where Gilman misses some tackles. He's a great player, but he misses a lot of tackles. Ardarius Washington don't miss those tackles. Right. But it's unfortunate, man, because I guess I disagree with some of the stuff you guys are saying. I think this team is going to be, if as long as you get Lamar to the end of the season, and this doesn't repeat like the 2022 season did, where he got hurt at the end of the year, and y'all made the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I think Super Bowl defense, because you see the new acquisition y'all made is starting to play a lot better. 2 straight games with a sack. Yep. And Mike Green is starting to pick it up too. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been saying all season, y'all are consistent pass rush away from being a Super Bowl defense. But the issue is, like you said, it's the offensive line. Mm-hmm. But you keep Lamar healthy, and he keeps managing the game. Like you saw, there was no turnovers today. Yep. And like I know you kept seeing in the chat, saying that the Jets aren't going to beat themselves
at all. They're going to play super conservative.
Right, and I think a game like this is even though it's not really good to watch, but this is like a playoff game because most teams aren't going to beat themselves, and as you can see, it's showing consistency. You guys can consistently keep teams under 20 points. Yep. So y'all don't turn the ball over. I think, and it's unfortunate now that you really try to kind of a Super Bowl defense that Lamar is not healthy because the offensive line is not good and you can't consistently run the ball. Mm-hmm. But why this is the team that can make a run because you guys aren't blowing everybody out. And you notice when you get to the playoffs, you're playing tight games, you're blowing teams out, then you start playing tight, and then mistakes happen.
And I'll say this: like we're getting better at situational football. We ain't the greatest at it, but we're getting better at situational football to the point where, like, you think about it, we double dipped today. 3 then the 7. That's good football right there.
Very good football, and you are. This should have been a 27-20 game, but win by 13 over a team that has 2 wins that don't get blown out, because you look at their record, Jets don't get blown out this year. They lost 2 really games where they got really beat by the Bills and the Patriots, but that's it. This is one of the biggest losses they had all year. So Tyrod Taylor does not turn the ball over. That's what he's done his whole career. That's why he don't turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I will say, I am disappointed in Roquan Swift, man. For somebody to have that high of a cap hit, he makes no impact on the game. He's a sure tackler. Right. But as far as making an impact pay, if Roquan, basically Kyle Hamilton is playing the role that Roquan Smith should be playing.
Yep.
And it's one of those things to where you putting Kyle in a position that his body's not built to play like this.
Exactly. And we starting to see it.
And so he's a tough guy. And so you can't, Kyle Hamilton's to the defense. Not to the level that Lamar is, but he's getting there. You know what I'm saying? He's a playmaker. But all in all,
with Kyle, he's basically like playing 4 positions, and then if he go out, that's 3-4 different guys. You got to try to come in and do the one thing he was doing.
Right, but the thing is, your edge group is getting a lot better. You know what I'm saying? With that Jones, I think it's Jones, right?
Yeah, really Draymond Jones
and Mike Green. As you can see, he's starting to play a lot more consistent, and he's starting to get home a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so you keep Travis Jones healthy. If Jones on the outside keep this up, Mike Green can get consistent, and you just get Lamar to the playoffs. And I think I do kind of agree with the last call saying too that Lamar is hurt, but he's not injured. So I think he's just trying to get to the playoffs because he understands what's in front of him. And
trying to get incrementally better every week without going backwards.
Right. So what y'all need going forward is you need to sweep one of either Pittsburgh or Cincinnati and split with the other, and you do that, you're at least 11 wins in
Yep.
playoffs and you're good to go. I think, and one thing I will say, I know time's running up. I know you're ready to go, Coach. Joe Burrow's playing on Thursday, bro.
I think he is too. I
Joe
think
Burrow
it's the
said
same
he,
like I was whoever that was. I think it was Marcus. I think it's the same situation because we playing Thursday. He didn't want to do a quick twofer, so he just gonna set this one out like Lamar did, and then play Thursday. That's what I think he's doing.
right, and then also you got to remember Jamar Chase was suspended today too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So they're gonna come in hungry and ready. And the thing is too, people saying guys gonna sit out the season. These guys love football too much to be sitting out.
Yep.
He's gonna come back. He's gonna play because they know they're not gonna win nothing. Now they're gonna try to spoil some team season if they can. And if they do win out, if they mess around and they sweep y'all and they beat Pittsburgh and they turn around, there's still a chance they can win the division.
Yep.
Because 8 losses, they went out there, they're 9-8, and that's gonna win the North. You know what I'm saying? So, but all in all, like I say, it was an ugly game to look at in the first half. But be glad it's a game that you guys won and didn't lose. It's
Mm-hmm.
a game going forward. Get to 7-5 on Thursday, and now you're really saying something.
Yep.
December. And Lamar don't lose in December when he's up there.
Agreed. It's a nice stretch coming up, but it's a stretch that we can actually take advantage of because we did what we needed to do versus the teams that we were supposed to be. Even though it wasn't pretty, you still got the dubs, and that's what 5 in a row. And that's in NFL 5 in a row is tough, no matter who you play.
Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate, man, because like I say, if you guys are guards and consistent edge play away from literally being unbeatable, and they still may end up winning the last 11 games this season. You never know, though, Coach. But be safe. I got something coming in the mail. I got something coming for you in the mail. I'll let you know why I'm sending it to you.
Okay. Gotcha. Appreciate you, thing.
Appreciate you, Rudy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our call-in show for today. I appreciate everybody that took the time to call in. Again, we beat the Jets and have moved into 4th place in the conference. 4th place in the conference, and still got 4 games in conference 4 games in division with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. So at this point, we control our own destiny now. So it's up to us to do what we need to do and handle our own business. So that's where we are as far as the conference. This is actual division, and then we'll update this stuff, once all the games are played the rest of the day. So again, I appreciate you all for coming through. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. Like the video. For those who are watching on the replay, like the video. If you're watching the replay, subscribe if you haven't. And let's try to get us to 12K before the season's out. I think we're at 11.6. Let's try to get to 12K before the season out. Hashtag 12K. So if you're watching the replay and you got this far in the video, in the comment section, put hashtag 12K so I can know you watched. I appreciate y'all, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. I will bring back film study, this week with me having a little extra free time. So we'll be back with film study in the morning, and our regular live streams Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And again, tomorrow, unless something has changed, we will be live on More Sip to Tally with Nitro to recap Week 11 of the NFL games that were played Thursday and today. So that's regular live streams on this channel. We get our live stream with Nitro tomorrow, and just keep your eyes on the lookout for both channels, Sip to Tally and More Sip to Tally. Peace, y'all.